You know who people remember? You know who people respect? You know who people look at and say, I want to be like him? That guy. You know which guy I'm talking about. The one who shows up. The one who does what he says he's gonna do. The one who don't make excuses. The one who keeps his word. That guy. The one everybody can count on. The one who don't quit when it gets hard. The one who leads by example. The one who walks the walk. That guy. Be that guy. Not tomorrow, not next week, not when you feel ready. Right now, today, this moment. Decide that you're gonna be that guy. See, the world is full of talkers. People who say they're gonna do this, say they're gonna do that. Big plans, big dreams, big talk. But when it comes time to actually do it, they disappear. They got excuses, they got reasons, they got circumstances, they got everything except results. Don't be that person. Be the other guy. Be that guy who actually does it. Be the guy who shows up at 5 a.m. when everybody else is sleeping. Be the guy who puts in the work when nobody's watching. Be the guy who keeps going when everybody else quit. Be that guy. Because real talk, the world needs more of that guy. Your family needs that guy. Your team needs that guy. Your future needs that guy. And deep down, you know you got that guy inside you. You know you're capable of being him. You know you got what it takes to be him. So stop hiding. Stop making excuses. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Just be him. Listen to me. That guy. Don't wait for motivation. He creates it. That guy. Don't wait for opportunities. He creates them. That guy. Don't wait for someone to believe in him. He believes in himself. That's who you gotta become. Not the person who's waiting. Not the person who's hoping. Not the person who's hoping. Not the person who's wishing. The person who's doing. The person who's building. The person who's becoming. That guy. See, I've watched people waste years waiting to become that guy. Waiting for the right time. Waiting for the right circumstances. Waiting for confidence to magically appear. And you know what happened? They never became him. They spent their whole life being the other guy. The one who could have. The one who should have. The one who almost did. Don't let that be you. You got one life, one shot, one chance to be that guy. And every day you wait is a day wasted. So let me ask you something. What's stopping you? What's stopping you from being the most disciplined version of yourself? What's stopping you from being the most reliable person in the room? What's stopping you from being the guy everyone can count on? Fear, doubt, past failures, what other people think. Those are just excuses. And that guy, don't make excuses. That guy takes ownership. That guy takes responsibility. That guy looks at every obstacle and says, I'll find a way. That's who you gotta be. Not perfect. You don't gotta be perfect. But you gotta be consistent. You gotta be reliable. You gotta be the guy who shows up every single day. When you say you're gonna wake up at 5 a.m., you wake up at 5 a.m. When you say you're gonna work out, you work out. When you say you're gonna finish that project, you finish it. When you give your word, you keep it. That's what separates that guy from everybody else. It ain't talent, it ain't luck, it ain't opportunities, it's integrity. It's discipline. It's the refusal to break promises, especially promises to yourself. See, every time you say you're gonna do something and you don't do it, you lose trust in yourself. Every time you hit snooze when you said you'd wake up early, you're telling yourself you can't be trusted. Every time you quit when you said you'd finish, you're becoming the other guy, the unreliable guy, the inconsistent guy, the guy who talks big but delivers nothing. Stop being that guy. Start being that guy. The one who does what he says. The one who finishes what he starts. The one who shows up even when it's hard, especially when it's hard. Because here's the thing, being that guy ain't about being the best. It ain't about being the smartest or the most talented or the most gifted. It's about being the most dependable, the most consistent, the most disciplined. It's about being the guy who, when the pressure's on, when everything's falling apart, when everybody else is panicking, stays calm, stays focused, stays working. That guy, that's who people remember. That's who people respect. That's who people want on their team. And that's who you're capable of being if you just decide to be him. Right now, make the decision. I'm gonna be that guy. not the guy who talks about it, not the guy who dreams about it, not the guy who wishes he was, the guy who is. Starting today, look, I know you've been through stuff. I know you failed before. I know you let people down. I know you let yourself down. That was yesterday. That was the old you. Today, you're becoming that guy. The guy who learns from mistakes instead of repeating them. The guy who gets knocked down 7 times and gets up 8. The guy who don't let his past define his future. That guy. You got it in you. I know you do. You wouldn't be listening to this right now if you didn't. Something inside you knows you're meant for more. Something inside you knows you got the potential to be that guy. So stop fighting it. Stop doubting it. Stop waiting for it. Become it. Become the guy who shows up. Become the guy who delivers. Become the guy who leads. Become the guy who inspires others just by being consistent. That's power right there. Real power. Not the power that comes from talking or bragging or showing off. The power that comes from being solid, being reliable, being that guy people can count on. When everything's chaotic, you're the calm. When everyone's quitting, you're the one who stays. When everybody's making excuses, you're making progress. That's who you are. That's who you're becoming. Not someday, right now. See? The beautiful thing about being that guy? You don't need permission. You don't need approval. You don't need anyone to tell you you can be him. You just decide, and then you prove it. One day at a time, one choice at a time. One kept promise at a time. You build that reputation. You earn that respect. You become that guy. And once you become him, once people know they can count on you, once you know you can count on you, everything changes. Opportunities come, respect comes, success comes, not because you got lucky, not because someone gave it to you, because you earned it by being that guy. So right now, today, make the commitment. I'm gonna be that guy. The guy who don't quit, the guy who don't make excuses, the guy who keeps his word, the guy who shows up, even when it's hard, the guy who leads by example, the guy who leads by example, the guy who makes himself proud, not by talking, but by doing. That guy. Be him. Not tomorrow, not next week, right now. Get up, show up, do the work. Keep your promises, build your character, earn your respect, one day at a time, one choice at a time. Be that guy. The world's waiting for him. Your family's waiting for him. Your future's waiting for him. So stop waiting and be him. That's your move. That's your mission. That's who you are. Now go prove it.